What is up, you guys? Welcome back to my channel. Welcome back to another video. So today we're going to be talking about the hard truth of starting dropshipping in 2023. And if you guys understand and stick to the end of this video, you're going to be able to really comprehend exactly what it takes to make 6 and even 7 figures with dropshipping. A lot of people think this is a get rich quick business model, and it really isn't at the end of the day, but you can make money relatively quickly compared to a lot of other businesses. Subscribe down below and let's get right into the video. So let me start out by saying that I started taking dropshipping very seriously in 2020, and this was actually when I was working just a regular job at a paintball field. I was very lucky to be making at most $1,000 per month, and most of that was going straight towards business expenses, whether that was testing products, running ads. Literally all the money that I was bringing in was going towards my business, with an exception of some bills. Times where I would have a couple of dollars or even $0 in my bank account, or even going negative, just because I wanted to be successful with dropshipping so bad. And one pretty dumb mistake that I made as a beginner was just to get a whole bunch of credit cards and just start dumping money towards this business without taking into account all the different accounting, the profit margins, the losses, and just thinking to myself that, hey, at the end of the day, I'll probably make this back and won't have to worry about anything. And that mindset that I had was solely based off the fact that I was looking at all these different people on YouTube, all these dropshipping gurus, and seeing their success without knowing what was truly below the surface. But what I'm about to tell you guys in this video about the nitty and gritty of dropshipping is going to change your mindset forever, and hopefully allow you guys to completely understand what it takes to be successful with it. And what most people don't understand, and this is something that I didn't correlate with in the beginning, is that your very first product that you test or try to sell most likely will not perform well, and here's why. Just like any beginner dropshipper, you want to sell the most hot product on the market, or the one that you see the most or seems to be selling for other people. So you automatically gravitate towards products that are overly saturated, just like the other 99% of dropshippers. All these different products that have a huge competition and ecosystem of people that are selling these products actively, using the same exact ads, pumping hundreds, if not thousands of dollars and millions of dollars into these products on a daily basis. And a lot of beginners don't understand that they simply cannot compete against that. It would just be like you as a beginner trying to go up against Adidas or a Nike of a certain product that already has a humongous foundation, a huge customer base. And I hate saying this, but advertiser favoritism. And this is why I preach in like every single one of my videos, is that you have to go for products that don't have that many competitors and don't already have a huge established brands that already have product logos. They have customized packaging, humongous customer bases. They have millions of people that they can advertise to with their email list. And some of them are spending millions of dollars per day. And you have to understand, if you're just coming into this space with $50, $100, or even $1,000, it's simply not going to cut it if you're trying to advertise these types of saturated products. And that's why it's very important for you guys to hop on the products early and hop on trends very early, because that's where most of the money is made, because it allows you to build a foundation and eventually have an amazing brand. And another thing that a lot of new dropshippers don't understand is that in order to get into this space, dropshipping is all encompassing, right? Like, you have to learn how to do copywriting, you have to know how to set up ads, you have to know how to set up a product website. There's a lot of different skill sets that you have to understand and really comprehend and get good at in order for you to make a product work. Like, you can have the best product in the world that's super, unsaturated, doesn't have that many competitors, and just has all the room in the world for you to succeed with. But if you suck at copywriting, you're not good at, sales, you're not good at scripts, you don't have a really good creative, and it's just going to be the next product on your failed product list. And you guys are probably wondering, well, how do I even get good at all these things? And the best way that you guys can do that is just by doing it. And that, at the end of the day, requires you to fail, requires you to go out, test products, figure out what didn't work, what did work, and what you can improve on overall. Regardless if you fail with a product, get 0 sales with it, you guys are still building a necessary skill set that you guys need to succeed with dropshipping. So although you can start dropshipping with little to no money, there are different pros and cons, as opposed to something like Amazon FBA, where you already have a marketplace of millions, if not billions, of people that you can show your product to and don't have to actively advertise to in order to get sales. And I really learned this the hard way, and I was always trying to figure out exactly why my products weren't working, and it was mainly because I had creatives that absolutely sucked. And my script and story writing was absolutely terrible, and all these things sort of accumulated together and were the main reason as to why I wasn't seeing a lot of results in the beginning. So it's very important for you guys to focus not only on the products that you're testing, but also the creatives and how well your video ads are done. And honestly, the best way that you guys can do this if you're a complete beginner is just on platforms like Amazon, eBay, or even wish.com, or the product, get it sent to your house so you can create videos with it. This has worked time and time again for me and tons of other dropshippers. You simply just don't want to be ripping other people's content all the time, because platforms are getting used to this and they know people are doing this. So they do start suppressing your content and your accounts. And another reality or truth about dropshipping is that you need money to make money. Of course, you can start start this with $0, but in order to scale to the moon and make those 6 or even 7 figures in a relatively quick amount of time, you're going to have to put some money towards advertising and scaling out. And although there are some outliers as to where you can go from 0 to 6 figures within a couple of months just by using organic traffic, but this can actually be extremely hard to do, and you're going to have to put some money into the business somewhere in order to scale it up, whether that's, outsourcing your videos or having somebody run your social media. And like I said, all the money that I had from my job was going straight into dropshipping, testing tons and tons of products. And one thing that you guys probably didn't know is that it took me anywhere at least 20 to 40 different products before I found my first winning product. And a lot of those products were actually really good picks for what I should test. But as a newbie, as a beginner, I also didn't understand that the product wasn't everything. You have to focus on different aspects. And I was lacking in my store copywriting skills. I had terrible descriptions. I had terrible websites. And I just had poor quality ads that basically every other dropshipper was trying to use at the time. So I didn't stand out whatsoever. And you guessed it, I tried to compete against people like Hey Silky Skin, which cost me a lot of money that sort of went down the drain, but I learned from it. But one thing that I did notice over time is that I was getting better and better at creating stores, creating ads. I was starting to understand what hooks are, scroll stoppers were, and how to really captivate a customer about your product and entice them to go to your website and actually want to buy it and think that they need your product. And that's when it all came down to branded dropshipping for me, and has allowed me to scale stores from 0 to 50K within the first month. My first successful product was actually a neck massager that I'm sure you guys have seen before on Facebook. And instead of marketing it and trying to brand it like everyone else as like a regular old neck massager and everyone using the same exact video clips, what I did was actually take a clip from a chiropractor actually pulling somebody's neck, and the first 3 seconds of the video was, hey, you don't need to do this, you can use this neck massager. And it also helped with like migraines and headaches, which was also another marketing angle that no one else was using at the time. So it made my brand, it made my product stand out from all the other competitors. So the top 3 things that really made this product successful was, one, that it was a current winning product. It was one that had maybe 1 to 2 different competitors and was selling well. And then number 2 was that I branded it in a way that stood out from all the rest. I had video clips that weren't really seen before. I had a really good scroll stopper to catch people's attention. And I also marketed the product with a new marketing angle. So instead of just marketing it as a just lame old neck massager, I also advertised it as a migraine and headache relief device. And on top of this, I created a one product branded Shopify store that allowed me to sell the product for $90, and I can get it for around $15 to $20. So every single time a customer saw my product and they landed on my website, they thought I was the original creator and brand of that product. So I established a authority figure in the space, which is absolutely huge for dropshipping. Customers nowadays are super tired of seeing all the spammy ads, the terrible websites, and I combine all this with decent shipping times with order tracking using platforms like CJ Dropshipping and Source and Box. After the decent success of this product, what I realized is that all I had to do was keep testing new products out, and every single time I tested a new product, I was getting extremely better, I was breaking even, I was profiting, and that's what you guys have to realize at the end of the day. Am I getting better with this, regardless if I'm not making 6 or 7 figures a month just like all these other gurus out there? So after that product stopped selling and it sort of went out of trend, I sort of lost a little bit of hope because I couldn't figure out what else to sell next. And this is exactly when I found one of the biggest winning products I've had to date. And this is where selling unsaturated products that barely have any competitors is super crucial. I was simply watching some top product videos on YouTube. You guys know how that goes. A lot of people make videos like that. And I went back a couple of months, I believe, and I found this really cool product in the video. And you guys would be extremely surprised that most people don't even test these products that these YouTubers list. And the product that I chose checked all the different categories of solving a problem, having a wide market, and also having a really cool wow factor, which I portrayed in the beginning of my creatives. And because I had no competition with this product, it was very easy to start advertising it on Facebook, and I saw pretty insane results within the first couple of days. And when you checkmark all the different boxes of having a good product, having a good website, and a converting creative, that is literally all you need to have a very successful product. And I do think a little bit of luck went into this because at the time I didn't do that much research on the product, and I just thought it would be something cool that you can advertise, and really it's the products that you don't expect at all to perform very well. And one really good way that you guys can find these types of products, aside from exploring different top product videos on YouTube, is actually by going on Amazon and looking at the new releases section, and then also going on Google and looking up really big stores that are selling super saturated products and seeing what those huge dropshippers are also trying to sell on their website or what they're trying to test. Because if they're currently successful and able to rank that high on Google, then obviously they know exactly what they're doing. And just like the neck massager that I sold a couple months back, I became an authority in the space for this product because my customers looked at my store as a legitimate brand and the sole creator. And then again, I was literally able to sell it for so much more than what I was getting the product for. And I'll be honest with you guys, I couldn't have done any of this without having a credit card. The money that I was getting in from from my job simply wouldn't have cut it, and I wouldn't have been able to scale whatsoever. That's why it's very important for you guys to focus on cash flow as well once you find that good product to sell, because you simply will not be able to keep up with orders and scaling up your products on platforms like Facebook or TikTok. And some of the best credit cards that I do recommend that you guys use and also be very careful with, because I have gone into debt before, is the American Express Gold Card and then also the Chase Business Inc. Preferred Card. The Gold Card you can actually scale up with your business, and it's very easy for you guys to get customer support, and it has no limit, and it gradually scales up with your business. So you have to be very careful when you're spending, and you have to watch everything in really good detail, because at the end of the day, you see these people doing 6 or 7 figure months. There's no way that they're going to be able to do that with a debit card or solely just doing that based off of the money that they have in their bank account. I mean, some of them can, but I'm assuming a lot of you guys that are starting into dropshipping don't have the same budgets as a lot of these other people do. Now, if I were to actually go back a couple of years and restart everything, what I highly suggest that you guys do, especially if you don't have that much of money, is try your best to utilize TikTok, Instagram Reels, and YouTube Shorts for dropshipping. These platforms literally require $0 for you to start advertising or uploading your videos on there, and it's actually not that hard to go viral. I'm sure you guys have seen it countless times with certain products. You got the screen cleaners, you got all these different portable blenders. There's tons of like teenagers on here. They're like 14, 15, or 16 years old that are starting these brands up and making tons and tons of money, because you literally need $0 to start. You don't have to order the product until the customer orders it from your store, and all you're doing is uploading quality content 3 to 5 times per day. And if you guys are going to be going this route, what I recommend that you guys do is actually order the product that you guys are interested in on platforms like Amazon, and then that way you can get it within a couple of days and start uploading videos for it as soon as you can, using a phone that has a decent quality camera. Like I have an iPhone X that I use for all my videos. And now hear me out on this. This is very, very important. If you follow this strategy, you guys, you can go viral very easily. And that is following trend alert accounts to see what's currently trending in terms of sounds and skits, and then also replicating the most viral videos of the product that you're testing. I actually did that with the digital microscope and the slushy cup, and I was able to get some insane views on some of my accounts and even on my first video that I upload. And again, you're not spending a single cent to get these types of views, you guys. So that's free views on your store, free views onto your account. And on top of this, when you're able to build a really big TikTok account like this, it's going to build you a lot of social proof. So customers are going to be more willing to buy from your store. And again, you're building a foundation in customer trust and brand and authority figure for the space. And on top of this, if you didn't want to sell the product anymore and wanted to move on, you're going to be able to sell your account and brand for more than the average dropshipping store, mainly because everything is organic and you did all of this without any paid ads. Like all this stuff didn't really exist a couple of years ago, and I kind of wish it did, because I would have been able to see results a lot faster. But now you guys are presented with a lot more opportunity. And on top of this, you guys, the harsh truth about dropshipping, you have ChatGPT that you guys can be using to set up your Shopify store within 20 minutes, you guys. It'll automatically set up everything, like write the benefits, the description of your product, write your homepage, your brand name, your slogan, all of those. So at the end of the day, the hard truth about dropshipping is that you're going to have to test a lot more products than you are going to expect in the beginning. And don't expect your first product or store to make you tons of money or even your first sale. But just know there are a lot of different tools and opportunities and platforms in place at the moment that are going to help you skyrocket your success compared to a couple of years ago. Other than that, you guys, hopefully you enjoyed this video and got a ton of value out of it and sort of understand exactly what to expect when you're getting into dropshipping in 2023. I upload videos basically every single day, so make sure you guys subscribe down below for that, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Peace out.